Afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to the channel for the ending, the finale, the conclusion of Simple Minds New Gold. We're going to move on into the final track here, which is King is White and in the crowd. He's in the crowd. Perhaps a chess reference, or maybe completely not. Let's go. Let's go and listen to the track. We'll talk about it after. Here we go. Bass note, especially that, and that little keyboard line is great.
Talking by the pool of light, language from America. She puts on the film of him. King is white in the crowd.
This has mood to it.
They are not down, they're too hard.
I love how this track really sets a scene melodically.
Lovers from Camp Africa, the bars in town are civilized. She puts on the film of him. King is white and in the crowd. Panorama city life. Youth dance girl from the waist down. She puts on the film of him. And king is white in the crowd. She takes his hand.
Nice switch on the drums. Nice expansion in how they built all this up.
Shot from where the action is. Rhapsody in black and blue. She beats on the film of him. King is white and in the crowd. Love lies in
Sweet Big Bear. I gotta tell you that Simple Minds ended this album on a really fantastic track, possibly one of the best tracks on. Well, it's definitely one of the best tracks on the album. The move that they play with in this one is really deep. It's incredibly moving. I love Derek Forbes' bass playing on this one, especially that little wow, that little warble he ends the notes with there. That's fantastic. Singing is very expressive, and there's definitely a deeper meaning to this track. I don't know what it is just yet off the top of my head on a first listen, but there's a depth to it. And kind of talking about that atmosphere, the keyboards, the guitar, everything just adds to this very unique sound. You guys are obviously going to know the band better than I will. Is there a track from the band that sounds like anything off of, I'm just bringing it back to him again, David Sylvian? Is there anything that they do that sounds like Gone to Earth, or like anything like that kind of mood? Because listening to this track, they definitely could do it. And I'm just really curious, like if they have a track or like Brilliant Trees, like anything like of that era, his early albums, because they have the moves to pull it off. And this is just me kind of talking. I got to bring up David Sylvian every once in a while, or else it's a curse. I have to mention his name every 100 or so videos. But yeah, I think that this was an excellent track, and I think it's the longest one on the album. I mean, it's definitely a long one, about 7 minutes or so. Is it the longest on the album? Yeah, so this is the longest track on the album as well, and they definitely make use of their time in making that atmosphere grow and establishing it, and then taking that to another level every few minutes or so. The drums especially start off with that kind of V drum sound, at least that's what I'm hearing, and then of course you get the regular drum set, especially with that snare just coming in very hard. And then further on, you get a big kick, or maybe it's the tom, maybe it's the floor tom, whichever. But the combination of that just keeps on growing and growing as the atmosphere not only stays where it was, but kind of elevates and goes back and forth in these nice little waves. That's really good. Look at these lyrics, though. Talking by the pool of light, language from America. She puts on the film of him, king is white and in the crowd. They are not a melting pot. Say no tapestry. She puts on the film of him, king is white and in the crowd. She takes his hand and she says, you'll stay. She's lost in the crowd, king. Wire them up, fire them up, the life and times, the arts and talk. Wire them up, fire them up, the life and times. Lovers run camp Africa, bars in town are civilized. She puts on the film of him, king is white and in the crowd, panorama city life. Youths dance proud from the waist down. She puts on the film of him, king is white and in the crowd. She's watching a movie, perhaps like a home movie of the king of, I'm assuming her husband, I'm assuming this is the queen, basically. Shot from where the action is, a rhapsody in black and blue. She puts on the film with him, King's White. Love lies under Western eyes, powerful yet transient. She puts on the film with him, King's White, in the crowd. Is this like, I mean, it talks about America in the beginning, so is this like an American president that they're referencing here? There's not a Wikipedia article, but I do see an interview. Let's see. The lyrics were inspired by a TV broadcast of the assassination of Sadat. There was a thing of beauty in that tragedy. It was a coincidence that it concerned Sadat. It didn't make any difference. I saw it on TV. Sadat was inspecting a parade. Some soldiers walked past, and suddenly they shoot him like an animal. And the next thing you know, you saw a close-up of his wife. This is from Jim himself. So, I don't know who Sadat was, but obviously he was assassinated there. Let's do a little quick Google search on that so we can maybe learn a little bit of something. But that is definitely a scene, I'll tell you that. Alright, so he was the third president of Egypt assassinated during the annual victory parade held in Cairo in 1981. The assassination was undertaken by members of the Egyptian Islamic Jihad. Although the motive has been debated, Sadat's assassination, I don't know why I said it like that, likely stemmed from Arab nationalists who opposed Sadat's peace initiative with Israel and the U.S. relating to the Camp David Accords. I don't know anything about that, but I've never heard of this, but that is an interesting... Okay, well now the lyrics make a lot more sense. When you pull that historical influence and inspiration to the lyrics, King is white and in the crowd. So I'm assuming he was dressed in white when he got shot, and then it says shot from where the action is, rhapsody of black and blue. She puts on the film of him. So I think like obviously the assassination was televised. So was it replayed? And that's why it says she puts on the film of him, or his wife is replaying it in her privacy? That's interesting. That is really interesting. And now reading through the lyrics again, I was just kind of reading it in my head. It does make sense. You can see it. I haven't seen it, but you can see the scene that it's setting up. It's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. Hey, let me know what you guys thought of it in the comments below. You can follow me in a bunch of places. Thank you so much for listening to the album alongside with me, or maybe you just listened to this song with me. I appreciate it anyway. Have a great one, guys, and I will see you all later. Bye.